Hey guys, I'm Ouroboros. Let's play Persona 5 Royal. It is November 29th, and the team is texting us. Have you been well, Ren? Yeah, how about you all? We're all fine. I'm jelly you get to ditch school and all. Anyways, everything on TV and even online is irritating as shit. Not a day goes by that we don't see Shido on the news. Same with Akechi. All that genius detective stuff is a load of bullcrap. Makes me sick how quick they both are to act like heroes. Honestly, the people who believe that rubbish are just as bad. Totally. Everyone's been going on about the end of the year elections like it's some kind of festival. Yes, this political season is nothing more than a party for most of them. But depending on how we approach it, this might actually be a good opportunity for us. We will take advantage of this commotion to execute our mission. It will be a great distraction. Considering all the attention they're getting, the appearance of the Phantom Thieves will be huge. Yeah, let's show them the Phantom Thieves are still going strong as ever. Jerk call when we meet. Just be careful, okay? Don't worry. We'll be careful, and by that I mean we will dick around until the very end and then do it all in one day. Yep, not looking forward to that episode. It's going to take a while to do. I don't think I've split a palace infiltration up over the course of 2 days. I usually take a break halfway through just so I can come to my senses or something. I don't know. But it's like Are the vegetables done? I feel like they are. Oh, okay, cool. It's just tough to talk for like 2.5 hours, basically it's like trying to talk to a group of friends and none of them say anything back to you and you have to just keep rambling on for like 2.5 hours, except you get something that prompts you every now and then. I will say the Persona bios make things infinitely more digestible, because it gives me something that I'm like, oh, here's I don't completely script it out, but I do take notes here and there just so that I don't forget. But yeah, it's tricky. And I know the Shido Palace is going to take a long time, and I'm going to write this, what is this, 12.5? Let me put some great vegetables. Let's do it 12.5. Bingo, great vegetables. If you don't know what I'm talking about, that's a Persona 4 meme. Just type it in YouTube. Just type in great vegetables Persona. But let's hang out, Haru. Let's hang out. Yes, this is part of my grand infiltration strategy. I suppose relaxation is vital at times like these. Vegetables and the planters are doing well. I could show them to you if you'd like. Yep, and we have Titania, so let's hang out with her.
Thank you.
Oh, so you'll take a look. Thank you, it really helps. Well, I'm gonna go take a walk while you're busy with her. Let me know when you're ready to leave. Alright, what do we got? Oh, we're just up on the roof. Soil is quite a mysterious thing. Within its gentle care, even a tiny seed can awaken, spread its roots, and grow up towards the sun. It's almost like a mother. Perhaps that aspect is why I find this place so comforting. Anything else? Is that it? Okay. You know, I only started taking care of these planters because one of my teachers asked me to. I was hesitant at first, but I liked it so much that I kept them long past the original request. I started mixing my own fertilizer, adjusting soil ratios. Now I raise these plants in complete secret. But, Ren-kun, I'm worried about what the school might do if they found out about this. I feel like it'd be okay, but they won't find out, don't worry. You're so bold. In that case, I guess this can be our little secret. Honestly, Ren-kun, I really enjoy the time we spend together. It's so different from how I feel when I'm around him. Oh, sorry, I meant my fiancé. That reminds me, though. I wanted to ask your advice about him. This whole arrangement began when my father first introduced us, around the winter of my second year in high school. I was told we were just meeting his friends for dinner, but then he said that friend was to be my fiancé. It was surprising, but I suppose I had always known I'd someday be married off for political gain. So I accepted that, and that was the start of our relationship. Oh, but no, relationship stuff happened, just to be clear. Anyway, I was never exactly fond of him to begin with, but now he's grown far worse. Recently, he's been suggesting we go on an early honeymoon together to celebrate our coming marriage. I can't even stand to look at him, though, let alone spend any actual prolonged time together. So, what can I say to decline his offer? Just say, I don't want to go with you. Right, I suppose it would be best to simply be clear about it. As you know, my father passed away before he could fulfill his promise to rescind the marriage proposal, so any conversation about putting a halt to the marriage will have to come from me. To tell you the truth, I've already mentioned it to my fiancé. But he refuses to listen to a single word I have to say. Apparently he's been telling the employees at Okumura Foods about the contract he made with my father, how the company would have to pay extreme reparations if it got called off for any reason. I just don't know how to handle this. I can postpone while I'm still in high school, but after that... Thinking about it now, it seems my father's death has turned out to be quite favorable for my fiancé. After all, he's now engaged the majority shareholder of a massive company. I suppose in the end, all he really cares about is his own personal gain. But that's not what a relationship is supposed to be built on. It should be something more. Something like a love so intense that just seeing the other person makes your chest tighten up. Have you ever experienced that? Yeah, I've definitely experienced that. Really? That's so romantic. I'm actually a little jealous of you and of the girl. But there's no spark like that with my fiancé. Spending time with him is almost something like training. Still, any hardship I go through now will surely help the Phantom Thieves eventually. I'll get through this. And I can sense an earnest resolve from Haru. And with that, we unlock Empress rank 3. We get the chance for a follow-up attack with her, just like every other Phantom Thief so far. Alright, what you got, Haru? Oh, it's getting late. I should probably get back to my gardening. Well, I think I'll be staying here a little while longer. Goodbye. See you later. Alright, what did we do while we were there? Did we just chat the whole time and then she sent us on our way? I don't know, man. Sorry for the sudden call. You remember we talked about my fiancé? He won't stop asking me to spend the weekend with him. My excuse was that my friend was calling me, so here I am, away from him. It's a pretty good response. I might have to use it at some point. I've never done anything like that before. My heart was pounding. He's been getting more and more persistent. At this rate, I don't know how long I can play along, but hearing your voice calmed me down a bit. Thanks for listening to me. I'll let you go for now. See you later. Well, we will just have to help her out with this whole fiancé shenanigans. And tonight we are finishing up a certain fortune teller's confidant. We're doing rank 10 of Chihaya. So I'll show the romantic, then I'll show the platonic, and oh god, the gay guys. We'll see what these people have to say first. Hello, beautiful madam. Have you heard of Goro Akechi's secret studying technique? Buy these wonderful study guides, and you too can become a genius like Akechi-kun. Oh, I don't know French. Maybe I'll buy those for my son. Akechi-kun is really quite impressive after all. It's true that if you want your son to succeed and join the elite, education will be real important. Yeah, so your signature here, then... And alright. Are y'all ready for this? A member of the Phantom Thieves was finally caught. Their time in the spotlight was so brief. It was all thanks to Akechi-kun. But, oh no, my beloved feels so distant from me again. Where are you, Akechi-kun? Somehow he must know how you feel. He's run away and gone into hiding. That was relatively tame. What about the businessman? She ran off crying? No, that's not what I had in mind. It must have been something she did on her own. As an apology, I'll offer you our very best girl. No, please, I insist. I look forward to your continued patronage in the Asakura agency. Hello? Hello? Well, hopefully he doesn't get fired. But anyway, like I said, Chihaya tonight. You're alive, at the same time you're dead. You have an interesting fate indeed. Well then, what would you like to do today? It's time for the final verification test. So, I read our own... You have to hear this. We've got Norn. We don't really need it. And what's up? Anyway, it seems like we'll have really good luck if we visit a certain place together. Let's go. And off we go with her.
Wow, this is amazing! I've only seen this view on TV. As a country bumpkin, I've always admired it.
You've never been here before?
No, I somehow felt like I wasn't allowed to. Because I was a monster. But it's all good now. I will no longer be swayed by names like monster or maiden. I am simply a fortune teller who provides advice to people with broken spirits, so that they will have conviction and face their future without getting pushed around by fate. That's the fate I've chosen for myself.
And I'll support you in that fate.
Thank you. Now, it's your turn to speak. What would your conviction be as a phantom thief? Sorry, I used fortune telling to find out your true identity. I couldn't help but think that you had something to do with the chairman's confession. Then I discovered that you're the trickster who causes a sensation in the world. It was the same card as the figure who helped me take down the chairman. It finally struck home for me.
Well, I guess you figured it out. You're pretty sharp.
I got you good, didn't I? I don't care what my boyfriend's true identity is. As long as you're around, I can always be my true self. So, it's fine. Only, the fate of the Phantom Thieves is rather unclear. The Arcana is set in a tricky position. You can almost say it's facing both heaven and hell. This is the first time I've ever seen anything like it.
Okay, but what does that mean?
I'm sorry. I really can't read this sequence. However, I'll be by your side. As the fortune teller who changes fates, I will guide you so you can avoid misfortune.
Well, thank you. That's really reassuring. I feel a strong bond with Chihaya.
I am thou, thou art I. Thou hast turned a vow into a blood oath. Thy bond shall become the wings of rebellion and break the yoke of thy heart. Thou hast awakened the ultimate secret of fortune, granting thee infinite power.
With that, we max out the Fortune Confidant. We get special bond reading, allows you to clearly understand what other people are thinking. And we can now fuse Lakshmi, the most powerful persona of the Wheel of Fortune Arcana. So this special reading allows us to see dialogue options during Confidant ranks. This is incredibly helpful if you're doing a blind playthrough, which I always recommend on your first go around. But you do need to keep in mind that some answers may still change the nature of your relationship. So this is like romantic versus platonic.
By the way, are you okay with your girlfriend being a country bumpkin? It's become a habit of mine to hide my native tongue, and I'm not used to fancy places like this.
Nah, it's cute, Chihaya.
Huh? I ain't sure how to respond to that. I'm speaking in my country dialect again. The thing is, I read our relationship fortune today, and it was really, really good. So, if you don't have any plans to steal anything tonight, perhaps you can stay... Stay with me!
I was hoping you'd say something like that.
I don't know what to do now. I couldn't figure it out with my fortune telling, so let's figure it out together.
Spent a long time with Chihaya. And here's the platonic version.
The members seem to be doing well now. I do a phone consultation with them from time to time, and they're all very cheerful. That goes for my fortune teller customers as well. I've been getting thanked a lot more lately, even by the people who get bad fortunes. Particularly when I tell them they can alter their fate.
Well, you seem like you're doing great.
Thanks, but I've still got a long way to go. I had a best friend in the town I used to live in. She was the first person I read a fortune for. When she started avoiding me, I read the fortune of our fate. It was a terrible result. But I prayed that it would somehow work out. However, that never happened. That's when I started to believe that fate couldn't be changed. No surprise though, right? Because I didn't take action on my part to try and change it. I haven't talked to her in years. Maybe I'll try contacting her sometime.
Hey, it's never too late to change fate.
Yeah, you're right. Oh, could this be? Ah! The power of conviction is amazing! Her fate and mine are connected! I will no longer be swayed by names like monster or maiden. I am simply a fortune teller who provides advice to people with broken spirits, so that they will have conviction and face their future without getting pushed around by fate. That's the fate I've chosen for myself.
And I'll support you every step of the way, Chihaya.
Thank you. Now, it's your turn to speak. What would your conviction be as a phantom thief? Sorry, I used fortune telling to find out your true identity. I couldn't help but think that you had something to do with the chairman's confession. Then I discovered that you're the trickster who causes a sensation in the world. It was the same card as the figure who helped me take down the chairman. It finally struck home for me.
Yeah, I am the trickster.
Don't worry, I won't tell anyone. But I don't care what your true identity is. As long as you're around, I can always be my true self. So, it's fine. Only, the fate of the Phantom Thieves is rather unclear. The Arcana is set in a tricky position. You can almost say it's facing both heaven and hell. This is the first time I've ever seen anything like it.
Well, what does it mean?
I'm sorry. I really can't read this sequence. However, I'll be by your side. As the fortune teller who changes fates, I will guide you so you can avoid misfortune.
Well, that sure is reassuring. I feel a strong bond with Chihaya.
I am thou, thou art I. Thou hast turned a vow into a blood oath. Thy bond shall become the wings of rebellion and break the yoke of thy heart. Thou hast awakened the ultimate secret of fortune, granting thee infinite power.
And with that, we max out the platonic version of the fate. The Fortune Arcana allows you to clearly understand what other people are thinking. This is helpful if it's a blind playthrough, but don't worry about it too much for now. We can now fuse Lakshmi, the most powerful persona of the Wheel of Fortune Arcana. Special bond reading may change the color of certain dialogue options when you spend time with confidence. Yeah. You guys know what it is.
Still, what a strange sequence the cards were in when I read the fortune about your true identity. Several cards with strong personalities gathered around the trickster. It's quite improbable. It was almost as if it were trying to connect them together. You either have amazing charisma, or you're a trouble magnet. The verification tests are over, but don't forget about me, okay? Please, visit again sometime. Goodbye!